Hi, Taylor T. Carlson. I'm back with another video for you. Looking at more Studio Ghibli soundtracks on vinyl today. I've got my Porco Rosso shirt on. It's actually my girlfriend's, but don't tell her I'm borrowing it. And we're going to take a look at two vinyl releases of Joe Hisaishi's music for Porco Rosso. This is the original soundtrack, and this is the image album. Like I said before, with a lot of anime movies, in particular the movies of Studio Ghibli, you'll have what's called an image album, then you'll have the soundtrack. The soundtrack is just what it sounds like. It's the soundtrack to the film, the music from the film. An image album is an album that's created earlier, and it's just based on the initial idea, the rough sketches, and early ideas and so forth. Some of that material makes it into the final movie and onto the final soundtrack, and some does not. So it's kind of interesting to compare and see what you end up with in the final product. So we'll start out by unboxing and taking a look at the soundtrack. Great art of the title character in his plane. If you've never seen the English dub of this movie, he's actually voiced by Michael Keaton in the English dub, who does a great job. One of my favorite performances in a Studio Ghibli dub. Nice little shot up there at the top of him with his love interest in the background. And you gotta look at, her station on the back there, track list. Of course, mostly in Japanese, and since I can't read Japanese, I can't really say much about that, but this comes with an insert. More great art of him lounging on the beach with his plane in the background. Got an essay and a track list on this side. Again, I stress that I can't read Japanese, so unfortunately, can't go too in-depth there, but you get an idea of what's on here, and we'll also take a look at the actual disc. On the side, you got the title character. Kind of matches the Kiki's Delivery Service soundtrack I just looked at on here not too long ago. On this side, again, another shot of him. But two different shots, so at least they didn't use the same art for both sides. That's kind of nice. And now we will take a look at the image album. Again, this is music that's based on the original rough sketches and ideas. Got your Obi strip on the side there. Got some close-up art, including him back when he's a human with his face scratched out. Obi strip on the back side has ads for the Kiki's Delivery Service soundtracks, which I've also done reviews for. Nice prototype artwork there. And we'll pull this off. Same deal here, you got an insert as well as the actual record. There you got some great photos. There's him back as a human, face is scratched out, of course. That was keep his face obscured, so you don't really know what he looked like as a human. Some very cool rough sketches here, so get an idea of what the movie has to offer, at least in terms of some of these early rough sketches. Here's the actual record itself. Again, you got the pink labels with the title of the film. It actually really closely resembles that of the Kiki's Delivery Service image album. So, the big question, of course, if you're a fan of Porco Rosso, do these soundtracks come recommended? As a fan of the film, I'm glad I picked these up. It's a great score from Joe Hisaishi, one of the most underrated film composers of all time. Of course, he's much better known in his native Japan, over where they make the Studio Ghibli movies. Every score he does is great. It's perfect for the movie. I love picking these up, and especially being able to have them on vinyl. Of course, I'm going to say what I say in all the reviews I do for these soundtracks. The problem is they're hard to find, and they're expensive. I mean, you're looking at upwards of $50 per record. I only bought these because Target.com had a buy two, get one free sale going on a lot of stuff, which included some vinyl. The Porco Rosso soundtrack and the image album were the only Studio Ghibli vinyl they had, so I got those along with the Metallica S&M album, which I showed off in one of my recent vinyl hauls. So my review for these is very positive, if you couldn't already tell, but just you know what you're going to have to pay, and that it might be a bit of a struggle to find these since there's no domestic release and they're more or less imports. Are you a fan of Porco Rosso? What's your favorite Studio Ghibli film? Comment down below and let me know what you think. Also, remember to subscribe to this channel for additional content and give the video a like if you found it helpful. I'm Taylor T. Carlson. I'll see you next time.